Hey guys, it's Peng Joon, and today I want to thank you for helping me and Jeremy Shoe Money for being the number one product on Clickbank in their marketplace. So if you've been following me and my blog in last week, you'll know that today is our 8th day of launch and we are officially number one. We are currently number one out of over 2,000 products in their most competitive category on Clickbank, the e-business and e-marketing category, and we are officially at 432 gravity today. And many questions that I've been receiving via email in the last few days is, Pingjun, how do you do this? How do you consistently launch ClickBank bestsellers after bestseller when 2 years ago you didn't have any list and nobody knew you in the make money niche? If you knew my story, you know that I started off in the gaming niche selling game guides, and how did I make this break into one of the most competitive niches in the Clickbank marketplace? And I think this is a really good question because in last you'll know that Shoe In Money is currently my fourth number one Clickbank make money product. It all started with work from no home, and then I went on with membership sites Blueprint, a JV with Alex Mendosian, and then I did blogging with John Chow, and now Shoe In Money. So if you notice that looking at all these four products and how they became number one, they all have something in common, and that is I worked with a real expert in the niche. If you know John Chow in blogging John Chow is one of the top bloggers in the world. Alex Mendosian, he's a traffic and conversions guru, and Shoe Money, well, everybody in the blogging world knows Shoe Money. So I think that is really key here. Number one, if you don't know anybody, what you want to do is you want to JV with someone else who has really done the work, knows people within the industry, and leverage off the name. So your value add would be really to do all the work for them and just provide immense value so that they want to work with you. So I think that's number one. That's key here. Working with a real expert. Many people try to go into a niche they do not know, they're not passionate about, without really knowing anything in the industry itself. And so that's one. And back to the ClickBank marketplace. If you want to become a number one, how ClickBank works is they rely on this stat a lot, and that's called gravity. How gravity works is that gravity is basically a number, an indication of the number of affiliates that have successfully promoted and made a sale in the last 2 months. So what this means is that there has been at least 432 people that have made a sale in the last 2 months. But how gravity works is it's slightly bit more complicated, a bit more technical than that. You might want to Google it and look it up exactly on how the calculation is done. I wouldn't go into the nitty-gritty here, but basically it's that. It's basically an indication of the number of affiliates successfully making at least one sale. So how this works is it's that if you want a product that becomes evergreen, right, and have this snowball effect so that it's basically set and forget, so that in a year's time it will still be here and still be making sales, is that you want it to have really, really high gravity, just like a New York Times bestseller. If you get into the top 10 of a New York Times bestseller, you can be assured that it's going to be there for a very, very long time, because more people that sees, oh, okay, more affiliates that sees, wow, this product must be converting, therefore I will make money if I were to promote this product. So it's like a monkey see monkey do kind of thing. So more people are going to see that, wow, this product really converts, therefore I should be promoting this. Okay, so then comes the question, okay, so how do I get a high gravity, right? So in other words, how do you get people to promote your product? Now, so here's the thing. I'm going to show you the sales page for the Shoe In Money system. Okay, so this is the sales page of um, Shoe In Money. Now, the first thing which you want to assume is that affiliates want to promote because you're going to make them money. That's basically it. Affiliates promote because you're going to be the only logical choice that makes them the most money. In other words, you want to give them really high EPCs or earnings per click. So here are the things which can really provide affiliates with high earnings per click. So the first thing you notice from this layout here is that there is a sales video. I think in 2013 now, if your website, if your sales letter does not have a sales video, it's just going to be buried along with all the other websites that isn't compelling. So a sales video is a must these days. It's not even an option. So that's number one. Have a sales video, and you notice that this sales video is above the fold. What this means is that when I came into this site, I didn't have to scroll in order to watch the video. Some sites may have the video cut off and a person might need to scroll down just to watch the whole video. So notice that this video isn't cut off, so it doesn't kill the person's uh, user experience. On top of that, that's because the banner, the header over here, isn't really fat. Imagine if the banner took up half the page and then the video, is cut off at the bottom here. And many people make that mistake. Or if they have too much text on top, pushing the video below and below the fold. So that's one. Have a sales video and have it above the fold. So number two is you want your sales video to be grabbing attention. So if you notice this sales video, if you watched it, it is a sales video that grabs attention at the start. So most sales videos start off with, "Hi, my name is Peng Joon." Remember, when a person comes into your site, you have a very crucial 5 seconds to grab their attention before they leave your site for good. So this is when you don't want to start off a sales video with your name. Always start off with something that grabs their attention. So in terms of EPCs, I'm going to give you a formula that I use to do up sales letters that can yield high earnings per click. And if you've watched my other blog posts, my other videos, you'll know that I use this formula a lot. So I'm just going to write it here so that you guys can see it and it's more visual. So the first thing is you want to address a very urgent problem. What is it that this sales letter solves? What is the problem? And a problem in this sales letter, if you read it, would be that there's just so many products out there in the internet, and it's really tough to see what products work and what products does not work. So that's an urgent problem right there. So that's one. So number two, you want to give a unique promise. So unique promise, why does this product stand out from all the other products out there? You must have a unique promise. And number three, I'm just going to quickly go through this because I don't want to make this a copywriting video. You want to have unquestionable proof. Now this is when you'll notice on this sales page there is so many elements of social proof, income proof, people that we met, that Shoe Money knows, his personal story, the picture that went viral on how he became Google AdSense poster boy, where he made 132,000 in the first month with Google, Clickbank screenshots. Now, so here's the thing. This is the part which is the most important element of a sales page. It's unquestionable proof. Just this element alone is able to sell a product, even if it doesn't really talk about a product. Just this question. So you got to remember that if when crafting a sales letter, this is something which is crucial to your sales letter. And finally, number four, you want a user-friendly proposition. So I believe in transparency, and over here I give the breakdown of each module that's available in the members area. And also I think the key to this product is the 30-day action plan, where we have a day-to-day blueprint that tells people exactly what they need to do on a daily basis. And we found out that add to cart is the call to action button that converts the most over buy now or download now or any other um, call to action. So you want to use add to cart. So that's this is a formula which you can use and on your sales letter to get high EPCs if you are not a copywriter. So just follow this formula. It's pretty easy to implement. And finally, you want to split test. If you notice up on the address, we have many different types of headers. If you to constantly refresh the page, you'll notice that this text over here constantly changes. We try different colors, different headers over here to see which one converts best. So that's another thing. Split test. Many marketers I know do not do it enough. You want to constantly split test. Another thing which I want to cover is talking about content, focusing on content. I'm going to give you a preview of how our members area look like. So if you're currently a member of the Shoe-in Money system, you'll know that this is how our members area look like. And so number one, so what separates this from all other products out there? So the first thing you notice is that many people sell $37.47 at $37.47 price points. It's usually an ebook. So Shoe-in Money is selling for $47, but the thing here is that Shoe-in Money, this is a members area. Straight away, a members area have a much higher perceived value. On top of that, you get to lower refunds by a whole lot, because if a person would to refund, if there's a zero refunder, if he's not happy with it, access to the members area is automatically deactivated. On top of that, a members area always has a much higher perceived value. So one of the things which you want to do when you focus on content is to put it into a members area rather than giving out an ebook. So, and the next thing is this: you want to just give immense value. One of the things here that we give is we give a 30-day action plan, a video on and a blueprint on what to do each day. So there's just really, in terms of over delivering, this is really something which no other products can compete on the same level. So many times marketers focus on the sales page, the conversions, and one of the things we mentioned upfront is that this system is not push button. If you are expecting to make millions and become a millionaire next week, this is not for you. It requires work, but if you follow the system and the day-to-day action plan, you will see results. And finally, another question that I got, this can be a little dry for the non-technical people, was just tech stuff about hosting. How do we handle hosting for high profile launches like these? So some of you may know that if you've been following the launch, that we got about 200,000 hits in the first 3 hours, and our site went down for a while. Many people say that this is a good problem to have, but in the space where all these high launches, it goes to show that you don't really know what you're doing. So one of the things we learned is we want to really conserve bandwidth as much as we can. So here's a couple of tricks that we did. If you notice over here, this sales video, the sales video is something that will take up the most bandwidth. So our video, to save us a ton, our video is hosted on YouTube, but because of the way it's encoded while it's playing, a person can't really tell that it's hosted on YouTube. You see, so this saves us a ton of bandwidth, and so that's one. The video on YouTube is huge. This is something you want to implement if you have a sales video on your sales page. The next thing is your images. The next thing which takes up most of your bandwidth are your images. Your images, you want to, number one, either host them on Image Shack, or if you're like me, you want to really optimize them. So what I have is I have a guy who just constantly checks to make sure our images are optimized, and each image needs to be less than 200 kilobytes a picture so that it just doesn't clog up the bandwidth. And finally, back to the members area, our videos are not self-hosted. They're all on a website called Vimeo, vimeo.com. That's Vimeo. That's where we host all our members area videos, because that again will save us a ton of bandwidth. So these are the kind of the three main things which you can do to handle hosting. And once again, I think that pretty much answers 90% of all the emails that I received in the last 6 days. And I hope that this really helps you in understanding how to launch your own ClickBank number one. Okay, I'll talk to you again in the next video.